I was the first one to go in, and she's the only one to come out. If you're hearing this recording, listen carefully. The exit at IKEA does not lead to the parking lot. I only meant to buy a cheap desk that day. 3 years later, I finally walked out of that store. At least, I think it was 3 years. In there, time isn't measured by sunlight, but by the lighting system. It all looked normal at first. Blue and white signs, fluorescent ceilings, the smell of Swedish meatballs. You know those friendly slogans, create a better everyday life. Please follow the exit signs. But I realized, after the first turn, those exit signs don't point you out, they loop you in. I followed the arrows and wound up back at the kitchen section. I walked along the walls and ended up in the bedroom displays, where a plush toy from my childhood sat on the bed. I thought it was clever set dressing, until I found the bathroom mirror and saw a younger version of myself staring back. Night came on the second day, which is odd because IKEA has no windows, no weather, no natural time. But I watched the lights in the lamp section flicker off, leaving only the cold blue glow of emergency signs. I heard closet doors open and close, not with wind, with breath. Outside the food court, a silent line of figures stood. I moved closer. They weren't people, they were mannequins, but they wore clothes identical to the ones I came in with. That was the moment I knew. This place wasn't built to help us find a better life. It was built to help us forget the one we had. On what I thought was the third day, I found someone else. He was hiding under a cardboard display box in the lighting section. Beard overgrown, eyes red. He said his name was Lin Hai. He'd come in last July. He told me, don't go near the kids area. I asked him why. He whispered, because they still play there. I didn't listen. I went in. It was colorful, cheerful, empty, except for the voices, laughing, shouting, singing birthday songs from deep inside the plastic slide. I took one step forward. A voice whispered in my ear, you wanted to stay here too when you were a child. I ran. When I got out, I'd lost something. A memory, I think. I don't know what it was. But I began dreaming of myself on display, folded neatly on a sofa set. I started keeping a journal. But every morning the notebook was back on a showroom table beside the checkout lane. Reset, clean, empty. I entered through door 3. Every time I thought I returned to it, it had become door 13. IKEA's exits are not exits, and the checkout. I reached it once. The line was full. People standing motionless. Each held something they couldn't leave without. A wedding photo, a child's shoes, a cat's old fur toy, no cashier, only a greasy sign above the register. Please wait patiently. You will be assisted shortly. I stopped following the arrows. I ran through storage rows, through the employee-only door at the back. It wasn't locked that day. Behind it was a staircase, not going up, not down, inward. I don't know how many steps, but the final one landed on gravel. Not tiles, not linoleum, stone. I looked up. I was beside a highway. IKEA was closed. 3 years had passed. My clothes hadn't changed. My nails hadn't grown. I was just hungry, thirsty. And I remembered every catalog number of that sofa set. I couldn't forget. Final segment. Why I'm telling you this. You ask me, why come back? Why tell the story? Because I passed by that store again today. It's still open. And you're probably still waiting at the checkout, aren't you? Look at what's in your hands. If it's something you don't want to lose, put it down. Walk. Now don't follow the arrows. Don't listen to the announcements. Don't look in the mirrors. As long as you remember who you are, you still have a way out. Welcome to IKEA, creating a better everyday life. Please follow the exit signs.